They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. A long summer is finally over, and we're about to start the season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. So UCLA's offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning a national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason. I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it. They love him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Looking downfield on first down. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Makes the grab down the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Makes a move. He returns it almost to the 35. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Solid work on that one. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking pool.
I think the big question then is how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's That's good enough for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Card in the backfield. It's Holland. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on third. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Snags it with the sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And he added the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. And the returner is brought down, but there's a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers in green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA. You know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Zings it complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal with the 6. And the Bruins, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bell. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Holds it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Shaw. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for room. It's Cox. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down the open field. What a big game for the offense.
He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll pull it on the read. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Cox.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Bruins trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Cox. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. Absolutely center cut. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Holland. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slow. and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout called by the offense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick strike complete. The hands, the feet. He steps his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. They're trailing by 13 to Louisiana Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Made a defender miss. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And the Bruins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's off. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's hard to stop great runs. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. The screen, and watch out. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run.
Touchdown, Bruins! They take the lead with the 6.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Punts it out of the air. Still running at the 40. Lots of running room. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
He'll set up to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looking to fire. Pressure coming. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. On the run, it's Cox. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Surging forward on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Now this offense is back on the field. It'd been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Offense set on first down. He's looking to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
And the pass goes incomplete with the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
And here comes the offense on second down. Sends it back in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's see what they've got on second down. The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right? So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line getting set on second down. Might be calling a hot route. He wants to throw it again. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to throw on first down. He spins that thing down the middle. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, it's a simple play. QB's just looking for his big fella, the tight end, and he couldn't reel it in.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was flat, missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Turning it on. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Now the defense with its back against the wall after the penalty, it's 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete out of the backfield. So they couldn't get in on 3rd down. A field goal seems to be a lock here. How much gambling do you think they do here, David?
Yeah, and Reese, back in the day, I think this is a field goal, and you don't even ask questions. You tie the football game, but so many more coaches are aggressive nowadays. I kick the field goal, I tie the football game, and I try to win it later on.
Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, that was a big play. They say games come down to just a handful of plays, and with a chance to tie the game here in the 4th quarter, they missed the opportunity, clanking that one off the post.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. Quick completion on the outlet. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. Keeps it himself and gets the first. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got some room headed to the goal line. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Here he goes breaking the pocket.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Quick step and go. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win. But this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Going to swing it on second down. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 30 seconds left on the clock, and their last gasp will come down to getting this onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Fighting justice, missing tackles.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side.